More brilliance of Star Wars. All right. Yoda says, Luke Skywalker asks Yoda in, is it Return of the Jedi or Empire Strikes Back? I think Return of the Jedi. Is the dark side stronger? And Yoda responds, no, quicker, easier, and more seductive. And it's so true. It's so true. That how easy it is to just not have morals, not care about what's right or wrong, just do whatever it takes to win. And that is what we're seeing out of the Republican Party right now. They, Democrats gerrymander, but Republicans have refined it to an art form. You see it in across everywhere. Everyone decides it's easier not to give a shit. It's easier to just do what it takes to win. And that's the great thing. Like, people got angry about The Last Jedi being a little bit more leftist and political than the other installments of Star Wars, but it has always been anti-conservative, progressive ideas that conservatives have historically been pro-war, whereas progressives are a little bit more hesitant to get into war. You see it in the Galactic Republic, where the people really didn't want to get into a war with the Separatists, but then mysteriously an army appears out of Camino, and they're like, well, why not use it? Let's just use it. And little did they know they were being manipulated by someone using both sides to... it's just so good. Star Wars is just so good. The prequels are undeniably brilliant when the more you think about them, because there's so much thought into it. There's so much George Lucas really got the nuances of things. The dialogue, of course, fell flat at times, but the nuances of things were really well organized. One guy who just didn't care about right or wrong. He used strength for strength's sake, and he knew how to manipulate people to such a masterful degree that he brought one of the best and brightest down to... He molded one of the best and brightest to fit exactly what he needed to strike down his strongest opponents. And it's great because, I mean, that's what part of what made The Dark Knight so great is we enjoyed watching Joker toy with people who that is in cinema anyway. It's just so compelling, like, to see people who realize who want to... They're nihilists, but they also seek power. Well, Joker was just a complete nihilist, but the Emperor, however, was... he just sought power for power's sake. He wanted to live forever. He wanted to exist forever, of course. That's part of the appeal of his Darth Plagueis the Wise story and whatnot. And it's... the more you think about it, like, the deeper more effort you put into the George Lucas Star Wars films, it's nothing. You get paid well. in deep thought. And it's just one man who decided this story. It's so good because like he actually cared about it. And when you care about something, you are able to craft masterpieces. That's why I support Bernie Sanders. He cares about Medicare for all. This country, the wealthiest country on the face of the earth in all time, is capable of crafting a healthcare for all, Medicare for all, healthcare for all system that is better than anyone's. And it's going to be cheaper because everyone's covered. We're all paying into it. We're deciding, we're looking for efficacy instead of the profit motive. Efficacy being the top priority beyond profit motive. Profit motive, as we've seen, doesn't really drive efficacy. And once it hits a certain level, there is no betterment of anything. It just stagnates. The same with the Jedi Order and the Republic. They were uncontested, the strongest fighting force in the entire galaxy. And they never had to get stronger. They never had to question their beliefs because they were at the top and nothing could touch them. They were brought to their knees by a well planned out methodical plan. I just fucking love Star Wars, man. I really think it's incredible. I need to get more into Star Trek. A lot of people say Star Trek's better. I just haven't given it the time, but it's a great thought experiment if you're a nerd like me. All right.